We are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think I have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day.
We won't stop.
Will
We
be
will
as
not
bright as the
stop.
sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so right. It's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart. Doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now
See this?
go.
How you cannot go
Baby,
here?
baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled
who
to
are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Hey family, how's everybody doing in the building? Thank you guys for showing on up. You guys, hey, Tina's in the building, Tina Powers, Spicy's in the building, Lisa Taylor, Sonia Alliston is in the building. Hey, Spicy 1811, how you doing? Spicy, spicy, spicy. Okay, you guys, so yes, I got confirmation that Jarvis Butts is deceased. Yes, I got confirmation. Here's the thing, you guys. I wasn't even going to come on today, but I came on because some people reached out to me on my phone thinking I wasn't going to see it. I seen it. Thanks to Zena. Thanks for what? Yes, Lisa Taylor. Jarvis is deceased. Jarvis Butts has died in prison. This is what the report is saying, you guys. Jarvis Butts, the man convicted of killing Naziah Harris and sexually assaulting multiple girls, has died while behind bars. Here's the thing. You guys go, oh my goodness, I know you're Googling it. Stay with me, though. Stay with me, because we're not going to stay on here long. I've got a meeting to go to that's mandatory that I've been bawling in tears about this morning. But anyway, they say the Michigan Department of Correction confirmed that Butts died Thursday, which is today, you guys, at the Charles Eagle Reception Guidance Center in Jackson, MDOC. Officials said his death is being investigated by Michigan State Police as a suicide. And hello, I want to say this because you guys, two things I told you. Two things I told you that others did not tell you. I told you the last time he had went to court, he had the red marks around his neck, and it was told to me, and I told you guys I couldn't confirm it, but he had tried to commit suicide prior to the situation and was not unable to do it. But you can only get things from a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? And I told you guys that he was not going to probably do all of his time. Yes. And so therefore, we came on yesterday and I was asking you guys to open your heart and pray for people, and don't pray for their fall. Don't pray that this happens to them. Just let God take it in his hands and he'll deal with it. Some of you guys were in there, and I don't know if this makes you feel good when something like this happened. It doesn't make me feel good. I don't care who he is. I just don't. I know he's done a lot, or allegedly he's done a lot. But I tell you, I don't pray for people to fall and to kill themselves and to take other people out and hurt kids and children. I don't pray for stuff like that. Like that's what he gets or whatever. No, that's not the kind of heart God installed in us. So yesterday, when we had our full conversation, it was an hour and 30, 40 minutes or whatever. And I was telling you guys, don't have that kind of heart. Sometimes, just having a nice, heart like Christ is not a bad thing. Now, I don't feel bad about the situation. Why? Because I didn't pray for his demise. I just wanted him off the streets. But this is what's done taking place. And I think Miss Zena, because like I said, when the devil is doing what he do and his little demonic spirits and demons and stuff, I have issues. You guys going through stuff. You guys have problems and stuff. And, it takes a lot for me to break down in tears. It takes a lot. But my job had me in tears this morning. Actually, 10 minutes before I came on this live, I told my husband to stop doing what he was doing and stop with the world and listen to your wife. Does anybody know if he left a note of some kind? Nah, he ain't left no note, Tina. No, he ain't. I was planning on reaching out to this young man, and I thought, and I kind of knew if I reached out to him, he would have opened up. And so that was on my list to do once he got settled into a prison. I hadn't started on it, but it was already on my mind to do. But do you guys remember I told you guys that he tried, if you really look really close, a person, informant that told me that he had already tried to commit suicide. And this was what hearing? This was the hearing when this was the hearing. What was it? Was it back in February? I think it was in February. His hearing in February. I was telling you guys, if you look around his neck, there was red, and they should have had him on suicide watch. They really should have. But everything that they're not going to say too much. They're not going to say a lot about the situation because it is a suicide. You know what I'm saying? But he was found guilty. Harris was last seen. I'm not going to go over that again. They're just going over everything that we've done been over in the last year. Her body was never found, but was part of the plea deal. Some people think that he told exactly what he did with her body. I don't believe he told them what he done with her. I believe he gave them what they wanted to hear, and they were satisfied with that she no longer exists anymore. The disclosure of the location of her body was crucial, Worthy said. But I saw where the judge ordered an HIV test. Maybe he found out the results. Huh? An HIV test? What are you talking about, Zena? I didn't know the judge had ordered an HIV test. Butts also have a previous sex crime conviction. I don't shoot. I don't know what you're talking about. I never heard of that. She said, yep. Anyway, suicide is suspected after Jarvis was found dead in the prison on Thursday. Today is Thursday. Butts was sentenced to prison 2 weeks ago. Let me see anything else. Yep. The judge did order HIV tests. I heard it. You heard it or you seen it? I don't know. Let me see here. Man, I don't know. I think that's something. I don't know, you guys. You're going to have to give me proof that the judge ordered that. I don't believe a man who was sentenced to decades. It's hard for me to think that the judge would order something that is medically, you know what I'm saying? So did you heard it from another channel saying it, or did you see it? Because that's kind of infringing on a person's medical, and they don't have to. Zena said, I heard the judge say it. Okay. That he has to take a HIV test. Well, see, okay. I don't think Jarvis had HIV. I mean, shoot, I don't know. He could have. Y'all know better than I do. Y'all know better than I do. Let me see what these other people are saying. Some facilities. Okay. So you guys say, go over the last court date that he just done. At the very end, he ordered the test. Well, okay. Send it to me. Tell me where to go. Everybody, they're saying the same thing on every news thing. They're just saying that he is gone. He is deceased. So U.S. Today is saying, and so we're not debating that part. Just 2 weeks after he was sentenced to decades in prison, a man convicted was found dead on March the 26th. He was found dead March the 26th, which is today. Jarvis, who pleaded guilty on February the 12th, when he was found dead. Okay, let me read that part. Jarvis Butts, 43, who pleaded guilty on February the 12th to second-degree murder in the death of Naziah Harris, was serving 35 to 60 years prison sentence in the case. When he was found dead, MDOC spokesperson Jenny told the U.S. Today network in an email he was in a cell at the Charles Reception and Guidance Center near Jackson, Michigan. The facility is about 75 miles west of Detroit and about 35 miles south of Lansing, the state capital. Leah did not immediately confirm who found Butts' body or his suspected cause of death. MDOC staff provided life-saving measures, which was unsuccessful, and officials, including Michigan State Police, were called to the scene to investigate. The man's death, the spokesperson said, was reported as possible suicide. An autopsy will determine Butts' official cause and manner of death. During his March the 12th sentence, Butts was also sentenced to concurrent prison terms of 10 to 15 years on 5 counts of criminal sexual conduct involving females between the age of 4 and 13. Okay, the facility is where the state prisoners are held for a time after sentence before they are sent to another state prison to serve their time. Police said the teenager was last seen getting off the bus. Okay, we don't need that. One condition of his plea in the case, that was he give the truthful information about the location of her body. One of the most important aspects of the plea agreement was giving Naziah's family some balance of closure. Wayne County Prosecutor Ken Worthy said after the sentence, the disclosure of the location of her body was crucial. The prosecutor's office was satisfied Butts gave truthful information. Marie Miller said March 26th, but she would not confirm whether the girl's body was found. She referred that question to the Detroit Police Department, which did not immediately respond to the U.S. Today network. Okay. So he didn't. So that tells you, you guys, Tina Power said, did he leave a note? Did he leave a note? That tells you there was no note. And, you know, I'm going to tell you guys this. I don't know. I mean, you can put it in the chat if you want to. And we got 10 minutes. And I'm off of here and I gotta get ready for a meeting that I don't want to go to. And I know you guys can probably hear it in my voice. Like I said, I've been in tears. And it takes a lot for me to really, like, get off into something. And it's not over this Jarvis thing. You know, I seen this already happening. Hey, Phyllis, how you doing? Thank you, Phyllis. So you guys, what do you guys think? Let me throw this on the stage. What do you guys think? We've got 10 minutes. I wasn't gonna come on here, but you know, and I was gonna wait till after my meeting. And like I said, I'm not in the best. I'm so glad you guys cannot see me right now. I look like a hot mess. I do. You know, I've been, you know, crying and like I said, it's not over the Jarvis thing, but let's just talk about Jarvis right now. Because, you know, I came home from work and I needed an uplift. I needed someone to minister to me You know how sometimes you get overwhelmed so quick with just life that no, you know, I'm overwhelmed with people, and I see what's in their hearts, and I don't want to end like that. I don't want to end up like that, but I understand people are sad because allegedly he took Naziah out. And, I can say I believe he did. I believe he did. And he could never, say, yeah, I did it, or how he did it, and let the whole world know. But, you know, he had remorse. And we talked about this yesterday. Actually, it said life after Jarvis Butts. That was our theme. So today is as Jarvis is gone. Not gone to jail. Jarvis is gone to meet his maker. So, like some of y'all be like, but he did this, he did that, he did this, he did that, he did this, he did that. And I'm like, yeah, Phyllis, self-care. You're right. I actually was going to call you, Phyllis, but I was checking my messages and you was the next person I was going to call. And, but my phone hit Zena. But, Jesus, when he was in the wilderness, the angels and stuff, they was ministering to him. He would stop and be in conclusions, like it by himself. He never was by himself, but he would just pray. And like sometimes you look at what's happening in this world and you be like, golly, like, man, I don't know about this, Lisa says trouble don't last always. I know it don't. I know it don't. But and we were talking about this yesterday. We were talking about how I'm gonna tell you guys something. A lot of times when I come on here because you guys are the closest to me. Like like everybody needs somebody. I'm telling you, everybody needs somebody. That's why I would always tell you guys, if it ain't nothing but one or two people in here, I'm coming on. I'm coming on. And Phyllis says, we minister to each other, but there's times only God can help it in our spirit. This case brings up so much. I know. And that's why we had the conversation yesterday where, the Lord led us to, to talk about, forgiveness and stuff. And we don't know what he prayed before his death. He wasn't sitting there, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. He was asking the Lord for forgiveness for all the things he done, and he couldn't live with himself. He probably was like, dang, I must be a monster. I am a monster. Look what I done did. I done took a life and did this to all these kids and my own kid, and everybody know. And I hate to come on here and say, you guys, I told y'all this was going to happen. I told you that he was going to commit suicide. You can see it. It was told. We had the first, and when I say Why I say the first, not a pat on my back. I'm saying we had the first information that he tried to commit suicide in a month ago when he showed up to court with those rings around his neck. And I said, yeah, I see it. Phyllis says, I pray he confessed and called on the name. Yeah, I hope he told somebody the truth before he did what he did. I hope he talked to somebody in the prison and said, I know what I told him. I know I told him I threw her in the, the Michigan Bay or whatever lake that is. But I actually did this. I actually did that. She's actually was in the trash, in the dumpster, in Ypsilanti, behind Dollar General. I'm just throwing something out there, you guys. That's not what. I'm just saying, I hope he told somebody that, and now that he has offed himself, they'll say, well, he told me that he actually put the child in a dumpster over there behind, Dollar General in Ypsilanti and da-da-da-da-da. But, this man, and I'm going to tell you what weighed on him so much, that there's other people that was trying to help him, trying to keep themselves out of a situation. And I told you guys, I don't put nothing past nobody, not even family. Let's just say it like that. That, they didn't know, or they're sitting there going, tell us where she's at, or da 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 da, or whatever. That has to be like, if I didn't have nobody in the world, now I really ain't got nobody. Pray before you go in to that meeting. Oh, Zena, I will pray. I pray he confessed and called on the name of Jesus for himself. I believe he did, Phyllis. I mean, we never know, but I believe he did. It was so weird that yesterday we just talked about forgiveness. And we were actually talking about in this case. We wasn't talking about, somebody we didn't know. We were talking about this case. Like, and I'm going to tell you something, when people feel, that they have to off themselves, they literally don't have nothing to lose. They feel like, the world knows them, who they are. They're a bad person. The judge told them they were bad. Their daughter told him that he was bad. His sister told him that she loved him. That's her brother. She loved him. But that's not the brother that she knew. Like, what happened, like when I seen tears come, and I think I seen a tear when his daughter stood up there and was like, she could not, she didn't know who she was anymore. You guys understand what I'm saying? She has a problem with her relationships now because of what he did. These people wasn't lying. Well, the daughter wasn't lying about that stuff. Whether she had proof or evidence or whatever. And these, and like I said, the mother of his daughter did not know. And that's what I was telling you guys, that the mother of his daughter told the sister. And that's why the sister knew. She knew. There's nothing she could have done to help him. But he took himself out. So Tina Power says the babies can heal in peace. I am covered by the blood, says he was touched too, and people want to overlook that. I'm not saying that as an excuse for what he did. Exactly. I believe he was. And not only that, he had a full relationship with a grown woman when he was a kid. So, people think that was okay because he was a male, But I'm going to tell you guys this. Oh, I guess we got to get off of here. I'm so sorry, you guys. What you guys want to come back on? I know that you guys want to get into this conversation, but I really do got to get down the road. It takes me every bit of 30 minutes, and I'm not even dressed. I'm finna hurry up, get dressed. We'll come back on after I come back home, and we're going to settle down around about 4 o'clock Central Time, and take all of this in. Let's get some more information, you guys. And I just wanted everybody that if you didn't know, go get some information, come back, and let's all share it together. Okay, you guys. And thank you, Zena, for telling me to do, things that's required. And I will see you guys in a couple hours.